Hey folks, David Tao with barbend.com, and today we're talking about another top 10 athlete at this year's CrossFit Games. That's Haley Adams, the youngest competitor in the women's field, has once again punched her ticket to the CrossFit Games, and even beyond that, made the top 5 who will compete in Aromas, California. We're gonna dive into her strengths and weaknesses and how high her ceiling really is. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to Barbend on YouTube. You're watching this on YouTube, just go ahead and subscribe. You've probably heard me say that before. Why not just do it? Let's give a little background on Haley Adams. She's the youngest competitor in this year's women's field, and she's actually already a CrossFit Games veteran. She competed as an individual at the 2019 Reebok CrossFit Games, where she finished in 6th overall, and honestly surprised a lot of people. But if you look at her training pedigree, maybe it should be no surprise. She trains with the CrossFit Mayhem team in Cookeville, Tennessee. She's a core component of the community at that box and the elite group of athletes who train out of Cookeville with Rich Froning. So she has some of the best in the world to kind of give her an example to follow as she's an up-and-coming athlete. And she can certainly hold her own. Haley Adams has a fantastic engine, some of those classic CrossFit workouts, lighter weight, body weight, or even moderate weight, she is superlative at. Where she struggles a bit is with strength-based movements and heavier workouts. And that was kind of the story of her stage 1 of this year's CrossFit Games. Now, I say struggle with heavy movements. I mean, again, Haley Adams is just 19 years old, and it takes a lot of time to build strength. She's getting stronger. She's going to get stronger, and she's going to build on top of this fantastic base she already has. And by the way, strength might be her weakness, but she still qualified as one of the top 5 women coming out of stage 1. And to do that, she started off the weekend with a really fantastic 5th place performance on Friendly Fran. The front squat tripped her up a little bit. She finished in 26th place overall, and it was her worst event finish of the weekend. Damn Diane was basically the 2nd heaviest workout of the weekend with those, well, moderate weight for these games athletes, heavy for the rest of us in deadlifts, and she finished in 12th place. And then she really started improving from there. On the 1,000 meter row, Haley Adams finished in a tie for 6th place. This is an event where she's already very strong, and I'd expect her to get even stronger at these workouts as she ages and progresses in the sport, along with those heavy lifts and her max strength. The last 3 events of stage 1 of this year's CrossFit Games were the model of consistency when it comes to Haley Adams' performance. 4th, tie for 4th, 4th. She finished 4th in Nasty Nancy, a tie for 4th on the handstand hold, and then a 4th place finish in Awful Annie to punch her ticket to the CrossFit Games Finals in Aromas. Haley Adams is the CrossFit Games athlete I'm probably most excited to see progress over the next few years. Yes, she's young, but she's making such fantastic progress with both her engine and her strength at such a fantastic pace, and she's already got a lot of competition experience. Again, this isn't her first rodeo. She was a top 10 finisher at the 2019 Reebok CrossFit Games. Will she be able to crack the podium at this year's CrossFit Games? Remains to be seen. It's worth noting that there hasn't been an American woman on the podium at the CrossFit Games since 2014. That's when Julie Fouché finished in 2nd place. There are 3 American women in this year's top 5. Brooke Wells, Haley Adams, and Carrie Pierce. They'll all be fighting hard for a podium finish, and I'm excited to see what Haley Adams can pull out. Who are you most excited to watch this year? Let us know in the comments below. Until then, I'm David Tao. Thank you for tuning in.